This is a video review of the Nexopick Sweet Spot Trainer. So this is a pickleball paddle used for training to try to zero in on that sweet spot of the paddle. So if you tend to hit around the edges and not get all that you can with your shots, something like this is going to help. Now, when I purchased this, it came with two accessories. So a cooling towel, kind of cool, and a extra grip tape, so that if you wear this one out or maybe wear out the one on your regular paddle, you could use those. So kind of a neat addition, not something I was looking for or would want to pay extra for, but the price on this was actually pretty reasonable, around $25 or so. So a couple of things to note. One, the width is 16 millimeters. 16 millimeters is a standard paddle width for those who are looking to control the ball. So not a ton of power, but a lot of control. I typically play with a 14 millimeter, so this is close enough where it's going to be helpful for me. The other thing to note is the handle's a little bit longer than usual, and that is so that we can get the sweet spot about the same distance away from your hand as what you would be used to. So I'm going to compare this to one of my typical paddles, and we can see here that if I line up the paddle down here, this really does focus in on that middle part of the paddle. That's where we should be hitting. So if we can get used to hitting on the sweet spot trainer, we're going to do just fine with our regular paddle. Another thing to note is that this is about 7.5 ounces. That I weighed this one. I came up with 7.5 ounces. Some of them might be a little bit heavier than that, but not much. The sweet spot is about 7.7 to 8 ounces. Most paddles that are 14 to 16 millimeters are going to be about that. So this is pretty close to that. It approximates that, which is great. Other sweet spot trainers I've tried are way too light. So you don't get the same kind of feel with it. And finally, the surface here is raw carbon. So it's a T700 raw carbon. This is what most of the professional paddles are made with these days. So you're going to get some, you hear that? You're going to get some grit in order to get some spin on the ball. It's going to react very much like a pro level paddle. So this should be a really good trainer. Let's try it. So I've got a board here. I'm going to be somewhat close. I'll probably be out of the picture. Regular indoor ball. And I'm going to just see what it's like to hit off of this a couple of times. And feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. That's what it would typically feel like if I was using my regular paddle against a board. So I feel pretty confident with this. It also feels good in the hand, actually. I have another training ball that I use, one of these little tiny ones. These really pop off of here at short distance. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to be real gentle. And lost the ball. We're going to try one more time. And it feels very good coming off of that ball as well. So my review, this is one to buy. It's a good one. I'll use this out on the court or with my students.